about donburi is that they're super simple to make, and this beef bowl is no exception. I like making mine Yoshinoya style by cooking the beef and onions in a sweet and savory broth. This also ensures that you have plenty of sauce to percolate down into the rice. You don't need to use an expensive cut of beef, but it needs to be sliced extra thin so it ends up nice and tender. Other than that, this recipe is super simple, so let's get started. Today I'm going to be using beef, sweet onions, and dashi stock, which you can get the recipe for in the link above. We're going to season that with sake, sugar, white wine, soy sauce, and to garnish it, I'm going to use sesame seeds, scallions, and benishōga. I'm going to start off by slicing the onions into 1/4-inch thick pieces. Be sure to separate the layers of onions so you don't end up with any big clumps. Alrighty, we've got a frying pan here that we're going to add the dashi stock to, along with the white wine, sake, soy sauce, and sugar. Now we're just going to add in the onions and bring this to a boil. Once it comes up to a boil, turn down the heat to maintain a gentle simmer. The idea here is to give the onions a head start so they end up sweet and tender. Okay, the onions are mostly translucent and starting to soften, so I'm gonna start adding the beef. You want to add the meat one slice at a time so it doesn't all clump together. Now we just need to let this gently simmer until the beef is nice and tender. It's gonna take about 10 minutes. Be sure to give it a stir every once in a while to make sure the meat gets seasoned evenly. Oh, would you have a look at that? My mouth is watering, so let's get this plated up. I have a donburi ready with some rice in it, and I'm gonna top it off with some beef and onions. Don't be stingy. Now I'm just gonna pour on some of that sauce. This is what's gonna flavor the rice down below, so you wanna be generous. Now we're gonna garnish this with a sprinkle of sesame seeds and some scallions. To finish it off, top it with a mound of benishōga or red ginger. And our beef bowl is done! Gyudon is such a simple dish, and yet it packs a wallop of flavor. Because the beef is sliced so thinly, it cooks in a matter of minutes, and together with the sweet onions and savory sauce, it's irresistibly good. In Japan, gyudon is usually served with a bowl of miso soup and pickles. But if you want to make this a bit more balanced, try serving this with steamed veggies or a salad. Rice bowls are such a staple of Japanese lunches because they're cheap, satisfying, and easy to make. I hope you'll give my gyudon a try. And I'm curious, what's your favorite rice bowl? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're down there, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss my next delicious episode. My stomach's getting cranky, so I'm gonna go have this for lunch, but I'll catch you next Sunday. Be sure to catch us on Instagram at No Recipes.